Update 5.10 is coming to Marvel Strike Force next week. What do we know about this update so far, and what do we not know? We're discussing that in this video, but more importantly, we're discussing what you need to do to prepare for it. Yeah. So if you're ready for all that, guys, find that like button. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, what is up? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you're having a great weekend and are all set for this update that is dropping next week, update 5.10, the first update of 2022. We know some things about it. There are still some questions, but more importantly, we're going to discuss in this video what you need to do to prepare. So without further ado, let's go into BlueStacks. Let's go check out the in-game mail that we saw on the 25th of this month. Few days earlier this week. Now, let's talk about the date first. Now, this dropped on the 25th of January, which means that February 1st, 1 week after that, so next week, Tuesday, should be when this update is arriving. And that is indicated that that is the original date in one of these things we're going to take a look at in the blog post. But the date of it, February 1st, so get ready for that. The 4 new playable characters, we know two of them were confirmed. We know that there are 4 by this silhouette image that was revealed all over social media the previous week. 2 of the characters we know Echo. We're going to take a look at her kit in just a little bit. The next character, Kate Bishop, we know her kit as well. We know she is coming to the game. We know what they're for. The last 2 characters we don't know. We have some speculation, some serious speculation that this first character or this next character in this red border here will be Brother Voodoo, aka Dr. Voodoo. We don't know how that character is going to be introduced in the game, what form. It's been both those characters in both versions of that character in the comics. So Brother Voodoo or Dr. Voodoo. Next, that character is Morbius. I think that is a very obvious choice with that movie coming out later this year as well. So I think those are the 2 characters. The thing that we don't know is what these characters are for. Probably something to do with a supernatural team, but not sure if they're a raid team, if they're going to be a war offense team to counter this Young Avengers team, or whatever they're for, but those are the characters that are coming. Now, let's take a look at the characters that we do know. We did see some indication of these characters in the blog post. So let's take a look at Echo and what you need to do to prepare for Echo. Now, she could be a legendary unlock down the road, which is why I say go as hard as you can, possibly on the gold stars for this character. She may be needed for something down the road, but because this is going to be a war defense team, this may not be a team that you need to spend a lot of resources on. But if you do want to start to prepare for Echo, she's a skill character, start to get your skill gear ready for that. And the ISO 8, you're going to need Brawler ISO 8, at least that green Brawler ISO 8. Yeah, we've had a lot of them with the Web Warriors, but if you want to start to build up and prepare for the ISO 8, she should be coming on Tuesday. And that is indicated by the increased red star drop rate that we saw in the calendar from yesterday's blog post. Interesting thing here that I noticed about her kit that may give her some use outside of war defense, but when this character does not have blind, reduce the assist chance for enemies by 100%. So no assisting this character or no assist attacks for that team when she is on the field. I think that's one of the more interesting things of her kit. But yeah, Young Avengers, that's what we know about Echo so far. Let's go take a look at our partner in crime, Kate Bishop. We saw this last night. And if you want to prepare for her, she'll be arriving later in the update. She's going to need that controller ISO 8 and that tech gear if you want to start to hoard your gear right now for her. Obviously, this is a war defense character, so that gear might not be that important to you. But if you're going to start to use this character in the raids, you're going to need to get that ISO 8 on her. So make sure you get that controller ISO 8. And obviously, if you're going to use it in the raids and not just war defense, you're going to need to get that gear as well and save your training mats and gold and all that stuff. Very interesting kit. I think one of the more impressive things about her kit is this basic here, clearing 2 positive effects. If you're critting, you're going to get the adjacent characters, clearing 2 positive effects again. Very, very strong basic. Now, these other ones do have kind of a longer cooldown. The ultimate has a longer cooldown. You're going to need charge, but the good thing is that special, the charge. So I do think she will have some raid viability, but yeah, skill gear and tech gear for Kate and Echo, and Brawler ISO 8 and Controller ISO 8 for both of them. All right, so before we move on from the 4 new characters that we're getting, we know that we're also getting at least 3 reworks coming with this new Young Avengers War Defense team. America Chavez, Miss Marvel, and Squirrel Girl all getting some minor reworks, some getting their base stats in line with the current meta teams. Should you be upgrading them? Well, obviously, if you're a hardcore war player and your alliance goes hard in war, obviously you want the latest and greatest war defense team. So yes, start to upgrade these characters now so that when Kate Bishop and Echo arrives in the game, you'll have this strong war defense team. If you're not, though, what value do they have outside of this? For myself, they don't have a lot of value outside of war defense, so I'm not touching these characters. If they do have value for you outside of the game mode of war defense, I think, yes, you should upgrade these, but I see very little value for these characters at the end game. Maybe as another Blitz squad to add to that rotation, maybe as another team for Avengers Tower, but for most players, I think you could skip on upgrading these characters. Let's talk about costumes, because this was something that I think was a little disappointing. There was a costume that was previewed here. I thought it looked pretty good. I don't know if it's that appealing, if it's worth spending a lot of money on, but I would have grinded for this costume. It looks totally rad here. And this is a interesting costume that was not released in 5.9. Maybe it's coming in 5.10. Other than that, it's kind of hard to predict what kind of costume will be coming, because, you know, some of these are all over the place as far as their randomness. So as far as costumes, kind of hard to predict. And normally they're released in a pay-to-win fashion or a pay-to-acquire fashion. So I don't know if there's really anything you could do to prepare except to get your Visa and MasterCard and Amex and all that ready for that. There's going to be a new event campaign, and we saw updates of that in yesterday's blog posts, and it looks like that is going to be the campaign for Echo. So as we take a look at this campaign, it seems like it is very similar to the most recent Magic event that we had, where you're earning fighting spirit milestones. You're getting daily objective points for those milestones from raids, arena, and real-time arena. You could earn more points for that milestone in Blitz, so you could just grind out. There's going to be a store, or so what exactly is going to be in this store? It's not exactly clear. It just says you can spend them in your event store. Well, I think it's going to be very similar to what is in these milestones here. And you have these Echo character shards in the milestone. Probably not these Elite Fours, probably not T4 ability materials, but you're probably going to get the teal gear, the orange gear, and the purple gear. What do you need to do to prepare for this? I guess just get ready to grind. If you want to get a lot of points for these milestones, be prepared to blitz. You're probably going to do these daily objectives here. You're probably going to spend the energy anyway. The only big factor in there is the blitz. So get prepared to blitz if you want to get ready for this event. We also, indicated by this, we also have a new Flash event, which may be this Avengers Tower rework. If we go back to this blog post on January 14th, we know that Avengers Tower is coming back in 5 to 6 weeks from this blog post. And the timing of that looks to be somewhere between February 18th and February 25th. So that is when Avengers Tower should come back. What should you do to prepare? I guess just blitzing and making sure your teams are rounded out, making sure you get that highest floor possible. Now, the good thing in this is it said there are going to be more floors for earlier game players, so some easier floors. Also, some other floors for end game players, so some harder floors as well. I'm glad they're adding content both directions, not just for the earlier game players, not just for the end game players, but making more inclusive for everybody. Hopefully, the rewards reflect in this new version of Avengers Tower as well. Let me know if you think this is going to be a character release method, if this is going to be tied to an event, or if this is going to be some standalone character thing that we just get for some cool gear and everything like that. Also, the big thing here was there's a filter that hiding characters that are on cooldown, which is one of the big complaints. Now, last but not least, we got this and more thing. So what can we expect from this and more? Well, there's a few things that we got in the timeline in yesterday's blog post here. So we know we have a Phoenix event coming up. We know we have a Killmonger Blitz coming up on Monday. we have these death pool is coming to the next strike pass, which I guess is a good thing. It looks like to be a very strong character, only a premium orb exclusive character, or an orb exclusive character right now. So if you're someone that spends money, I guess this is good. And also the free method, you're also getting some death pool shards, so that is good. Star-Lord T'Challa Blitz, the second iteration of his Blitz, is coming next week, Thursday. So that should be going live on the 3rd of February. So scores for this current T'Challa Blitz that we have going on right now should be very similar to the placement of that second Blitz. So pay attention to those. We also have Cloak coming to the War Store on the 1st, or coming to the Raid Store, excuse me, on the 1st of February. So that is good. No indication of what has happened to Dagger, but I hope she is also released in a farmable way during this update. And Omega Red, no indication of when he is coming back. They have not announced that yet, but I would start to get your Secret Avengers ready, Nick Fury ready if you already have those Kree minions farmed, and Winter Soldier, because I think he is coming back. My prediction has been the 7th of February. Obviously, that has not been made official. That is just my predictions. All right, I did say earlier that there's a big indicator this update should be coming February 1st, and that is right here in this Red Star featuring for Echo, which I'm not liking, by the way, because there's been no break from this Red Star featuring for a while, which means that we're getting no increased drop rate of those dark promotion credits. But anyway, it is supposed to be February 1st, but that date and time is subject to change with version 5.10 release date. So that is at least what the devs have planned. That is what is planned as far as the writing of this blog post. We'll see when the update actually happens. Let me know what you think is actually coming with this update. The blog post said that there is more. What is this? What could it mean? Could it be more quality of life changes? I know there's been teasing these alliance leader tools for a while. Could that be that? I've been wanting the slider to open more orbs than just 10 at a time. I've been wanting that. What quality of life do you want to see the most? And what are you going to prepare right now? Are you preparing for Echo right now, or are you going to start to shelve her and put her on the side because of war defense character? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your excitement level for this update, and I hope this helps you to prepare. And if this did, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, because it does help the algorithm. And if you want to get notified as soon as a new video goes up, join that notification squad, guys. Ring that bell. I will see you guys next time. Check out some of the other links down below. Check me out on social media and all that good stuff. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.